Okay, so we are going to go over all the different forms that we've learned so far in chapter 13. And don't worry, it's all the forms that we will learn in chapter 13. So first we learned about slope. And we learned that slope was m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What we need in order to find the slope is 2 points. So we just need 2 points that are on the line. So we are going to solve for the slope of these 2 points. So what I like to do is label my first one as my x1, my y1, my x2, and y2 for my second point. And then we are going to use our formula, y2 minus y1, so we have 2 minus y1, which is 3, over 9 minus 2. 2 minus 1 is negative 1. And then 9 minus 2 is 7. So my slope is negative 1 over 7. We can't graph this without a y-intercept. So because we don't have a y-intercept, there is no graph for it. But when we do graph it, and we do have a point we use rise, or we do have a y-intercept, we use rise over run. So that might be helpful to also write down. I'm going to go to slope-intercept form for the next one because we now know the slope formula and we need a y-intercept. So when they give us a slope and a y-intercept, we just plug that into our equation. So we keep y equals, we put our m where the m was, so 1/2 x plus, and then our b is our y of our y-intercept, so plus 7. So on the graph, we have to start at the origin and we go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we plot that point. And then we go and we rise 1, run 2. So we go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. To do the other side of the graph, we go down 1 over 2 to keep that straight line going. All right, and then we just connect those dots. A little hard to do on the computer, but straight line, and it's positive because our slope was positive. Ooh, winning today. Okay, so then I'm going to go to slope-intercept form because that's the next form that we learned. Point slope. And so point slope form, we have y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So for this, we just need our slope, and we need 1 point on the graph. It doesn't matter what point, any point will work. And then we plug that into our equation. So we have y minus our y1, so this is our y1, so negative 1. When we have minus and negative, it turns to plus, equals our m, which is 1/2, times x minus our x1, which is 2. And this is our equation for point slope. So now to graph it, we actually have to solve for slope-intercept form. So I have y plus 1 equals 1/2 x minus 2. And actually there's 2 ways to do this. So you could bring this through and you have 1/2 x minus 1/2 times negative 2 is negative 1. And then we subtract 1 from both sides. So we have y equals 1/2 x minus 2. So what I can do is go over to -2 and plot the point, and then go up 1 over 1. Another way to do this is to plot this point here, so 2, -1. So if I go to 2, -1, you'll see that point was already on that graph. And then, like I said, you can just use your slope, which is up 1 over 1. Or up 1 over 2, sorry. And then connect those points. And there is our point slope form. Our last form is standard form. And when we have standard form, we have a times x plus b times y equals c. And what we need is our y-intercept and our x-intercept. And this will help us graph. So to find our y-intercept, we have x equals 0. And to find our x-intercept, we put y equals 0. So for my y-intercept, I have -2x. Or sorry, for my x-intercept, I'm going to put y equals 0. So plus 3 times 0 equals negative. Sorry, that's supposed to be equals 12. Equals 12. So 3 times 0 is just 0. And so we have -2x equals 12. Divide by -2 on both sides. And x equals -6. So I'm going to go over to -6 and plot that point. For my y-intercept, I'm going to plug in a 0 for my x. 2 times 0 is going to be 0. So then we have 3y equals 12. Divide by 3 on both sides, and I have y equals 4. So then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 on my y-axis, and then I just connect those 2 points. And there is my standard form graph. So that's everything that we've learned so far in chapter 13.